Hey, hi, good night, good evening, good afternoon, or depending on what time you happen to be watching this. Welcome to another episode of House of Stars. I am your girl Star, and today...
I'm invited back.
Yay!
So I guess I didn't leave too bad of an impression?
Oh gosh, you should have seen the comments. Like, people were like, you guys need to do this again, and if you started a channel, they would definitely subscribe.
It's pretty weird. I'm not usually the guy that gets invited back, so I mean, this is a bit of a... No, I'm kidding. This is a bit of a first for me, but...
Yeah.
So we're here, and we're going to do a part 2 to what Tia did yesterday.
So as you guys know, depending on if you watched the first one, because it depends, how you find it on YouTube. I actually did a video on Azealia Banks, but I focused more on her spiritual side. And Chris and I decided that we would do the same thing as we did as what's going on around them, or as that aspect, this time around together. So also going back to that, Chris, if you guys don't know, he actually...
Crossroads Tarot.
I
have one subscriber. I feel bad for the person because, as I'm sure you know, I haven't actually uploaded a video yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's been some stuff going on, so it's still a priority. Us intuitive psychic people, we don't focus very well.
We don't.
All over the place. So, but that's going to be worked out.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be worked out within, the next week. So, stay tuned.
Right. And honestly, you guys, this is, you guys have been so good to me and so supportive of me. Support this guy, okay? So make the first video that he drops a really friggin' good one where you guys actually watch it so that he stays consistent with it.
It'll be fun, I swear. I'm going to do my best. This is my apartment, actually, that we're in right now. This is my love seat. This will be the backdrop that you see with all of my videos. Lovely tea and a
lovely glass that he gave me.
Look at that mug. Look at that mug. That's a HomeSense mug. There was 4 for $5. Who could go wrong?
HomeSense is Canada's equivalent to...
What is it, the Canadian? Yeah. It's not Target. It's a bit above...
Pottery Bar?
Oh, no, it's not nearly as expensive.
Oh, yeah, Pottery Bar is expensive. Let's think of something. I don't know.
I think they have HomeSense in the States, actually.
Marshalls. There we go. Marshalls is the equivalent to... We have Marshalls here, too.
I think they're the same company, actually. Or the same, corporate thing. But
yeah, I think so. So, yeah, really nice mug. So, we're just going to get right into it. Of course, as you can see by the title, we're doing part 2 of Azealia Banks. So, a little backstory. I'm not going to try to drag this out so long. Azealia, pretty much... I tweeted her and I was like, you should watch my Jay-Z and Beyonce video. And I was not expecting anything to come out of it. She saw it and followed me right away. And I was like, okay, cool. So, she watched it. She critiqued it. She's like, I think it was good, but I think he held back a little bit. And I was just like, Azealia Banks just...
Which is fascinating because, what does holding back mean from Azealia Banks?
Yeah! And I was just
I'm just saying.
And you know me, with my videos, I try to stay, I don't like to be biased, so I like to kind of keep everything across the board, so regardless of if the opinions are different on opposing sides, you take from it what you take from it. But she critiqued one of my videos, so I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, well, I go to her, I'm like, would you mind if... because, listen, I read on all the celebrities, and it's not, no celebrity ever hits me up or knows that I do readings on celebrities. So I'm like, do you mind if it's okay that I actually, read on you? How do you feel about that? She's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I'm like, okay. So I did the reading, and, me and Chris were supposed to do it, but then what ended up happening is, of course, back to the whole unproductiveness, scattered stuff. Basically, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to break it into two and do a spiritual side, and then we'll do the other one together.
Day-to-day stuff. Yeah.
Day-to-day stuff together. So I inboxed her, and I'm like, here you go, whatever. And I actually sent the link to her private at first, because I was just like, okay, let's see if she likes it, whatever. And right as I sent it to her, she watched it, and she posted it on Twitter. So that's where majority of guys that I hear probably know me is through her page. You know what I mean? It's because she just posted it. So
got that celebrity love.
I got that celebrity love. So like I have to say, like if it wasn't for like Azealia, like really, thank you so much for that. Like I was not even expecting that. Just you watching the video alone would be enough for me because I was like, wow, like a celebrity I read on actually watched the reading and confirmed the accuracy of it.
And someone that we're really into.
Yeah, because we love Azealia. Like, you know what I mean?
You know, her music is really original.
And,
anyways, we'll get into that a little bit because I think that might be part of the issue in terms of what's going on here. Is that we have, I was just watching The Voice or something like that last week, and it was kind of struck how talent doesn't necessarily matter anymore. I mean, it does. But you can sing, you can sound good, but I mean, there's auto-tune as well. So if you can't sing, you can sing.
You can sing, yeah. Regardless of whatever talent that you have, it's all about the music industry is a business. It's not about projecting talent more or less.
And too much so. And you're getting a lot of these really talented people who are getting signed to record deals, and at the same time, it's like, well, you lose complete and utter creative control, which is really great what Azealia did about, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago now, where she basically told the big execs at Sony where to go. Yeah. Because they were obviously going to try and
take away her art.
Absolutely, or adversely affect her creative ability. So that's really not cool. She recognized that, and
that's a no-go for people like us. Like spiritual people. No, that's a no-go for us.
Because sometimes we barely have control over this, so y'all ain't gonna be able to.
Yeah. No.
If we can't, you absolutely cannot. Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
So yeah, and that's just one aspect of what's really cool about her vision and how she sort of produces really, really, I think, original music and a period in artistic history where that's going to be more challenging than ever when you have the people funding you, cutting the checks, basically, as well, calling the shots. And, you know, that's why the indie music scene is banging right now. Like, it's huge.
It's huge.
I talked to some people at work today, and they came into the shop, and they were from California and Washington, respectively. And they went to Lee's Palace, a tiny concert theater here in Toronto, to see a show, but came up from California and Washington. So they met online. Yeah. So it was like a first online date thing, but they came all the way, and I had a hard time wrapping my mind around that.
Yeah, because like, I listened to
from California.
Yeah, but like honestly, like a majority of the music that I do listen to, I listen to a lot of different music, but a lot of the artists, respectively, that I do listen to are independent artists. Just because I just feel like they stay true to a raw sound. But let's move into it because you know how me and him can get.
We'll make this being a vlog about indie music. And
exactly. There's cards here. There's cards. Yeah, we're here. And he got his cards. I got a picture of Azealia up.
She got her channeling.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I really like the picture that I used for the thumbnail for the last one.
I noticed that actually.
Yeah, no, it was just such a clear sight of her eyes. It was a really good read. But I did find another one I couldn't find that one again, but I found one that's good enough, so we're good.
Oh, she's so damn pretty. I mean, you can't like.
Yeah, she's
like classic kind of proportions and like it's really.
Is this right there?
Very striking.
I swear, like honestly, when it comes to the whole bruja spit, the witch side, that spiritual side. You could just right away, it's in her eyes, like you see it. Okay, so let's go into actually, you know what, let me make you do the honors.
You're gonna say you start first. I knew she was gonna do that. Actually, I'm just sitting here and I'm waiting and I'm like, she ain't gonna start at all.
No, I was gonna start. No, I'm like, make him start because I was like,
but I'm psychic.
Yeah. I am. I'm just being
No, but that's
nice.
how I knew that you were gonna get me to start first.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
Anyways, okay. So here we go. So let's see. Here's the cards. Okay, I've already been, as I said in our first video.
Okay, so let's
shuffling neurotically.
Yeah, let's lay down the structure. Okay, so right now, what we're gonna look into the aspect of, is what's gonna transpire after the whole Zayn, Malik, and that young little girl, the 14-year-old Disney girl. I don't know her name.
Tika?
It's like I don't know her name. I have to Google it. We don't have time for that right now. Okay, let's go. Let's go with Zayn Malik. Okay, what is going to happen after? What's going to transpire between the both of them?
Or we're looking at Fallout.
At the Fallout, the whole Fallout. Like pretty much, what do you see around that?
Okay, all right, here we go. So first things first, and we have... check that out. 9 of Swords in the reverse position. That's so freaking weird. 9 of Swords reversed is basically release of anxiety and tension. You know how some people are of the impression that Hollywood is or stardom, celebrities, that their entire universe is a very fickle place, meaning what happens on Monday is often forgotten by Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday forgotten by Wednesday. It's basically the story that card is telling. 9 of Swords reversed. Like, no one's going to be thinking about this maybe by the time we all go back to work next week.
I'm telling you, bad publicity, even good publicity, it dies out fast. Like, fast.
No, but you know what though? That surprises me. I'm gonna honestly say that surprises me given the nature of the exchanges that were happening.
Very true. Yeah.
I really thought there would be a lot more that's going to have more of a long-standing effect. 9 of Swords reversed. Like, it's actually over now in the eyes of a lot of people that sort of engaged in this. But didn't she say something actually where she was kind of like, when she apologized, but all to the effect like, I'm over it kind of thing? Like,
she did make a statement pretty much owning, in retrospect, owning what she said, but at the same time owning the fact that pretty much it coming
she
from...
doesn't take it back. But,
it's like, you shouldn't take it so personally because I will say anything about anybody equally if I'm going to say anything wrong. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what was the statement that was issued. Not to mention, of course, there are people that are in support of the fact that, people like Donald Trump or there's been certain public figures that have said clear, blatant racist things and they were never suspended from Twitter. They, of course...
Not only that, they get votes for doing it.
Exactly. And then she has something to say, and it's like she's being, brought down to the ground for it. So, I'm not surprised by that. So what do you...
Fair enough. Okay. What do we have here? Emperor in the reverse position. There will be some fallout from an authority figure. Mm-hmm. I don't know who the hell she would have in a position of authority over her, not being attached to any record labels.
Well, it could be like management or something like that, but...
Management
or PR or whatever.
Okay, so basically, I guess the dynamic that we're looking at here with the 9 of Swords reverse and the Emperor in the reverse position is that as it's going to blow over, but there will be somebody else within her day-to-day personal, maybe management team that she has. Someone's going to, I guess, really try and get in her face about this again, which means she's probably going to have to go off on somebody again. Mm-hmm. Because they're going to believe that it shouldn't be just brushed under the rug. And I guess, to a point, politically correct world, maybe... Mm-hmm. But at the same time, this individual should know that coming down on her like that is going to get them a whole heap of nothing but wrath.
Yeah.
Nothing but wrath.
Really and truly, it's like, so. I'm a true believer that, whether it be bad or good, once it's done, it's done.
And that's what the 9 of Swords in the
you can't go back.
Right? Like, so, on one hand, this is over with. Someone is going to try and basically make it not over with, and that's kind of pointless because the initial card from what I'm seeing here, again, 9 of Swords reversed, it's done. It's forgotten.
Okay. So what's the next card
what do
you
we
got?
Have here? We have...
Whoa,
oh, interesting.
Nice!
Not bad, Miss Banks. The World card.
Yeah, I like that.
Completion.
Yeah.
Goals achieved. I wonder, my dear, do you have a mission here?
Yeah.
Is there some sort of secret...
Yeah.
Like, is this all sort of going in a direction? Because the World card would essentially state that what you achieve here as a result of all of this comes out to be pretty amazing.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Everything comes full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not surprised by that at all.
Okay.
Not surprised by that at all. Okay, so... What I see about this whole situation overall, okay, is of course this is definitely a negative situation. I feel personally when it comes to Zayn and Azealia, surprisingly, I feel like they are going to squash this situation. I think that there's either going to be a face-to-face situation. I know they're supposed to be on a concert together, and that was they dropped Azealia because of the situation. Yeah, no. But I do believe that there's going to be another show that may come up again where they are going to be on the same bill, and it could be face-to-face where I do see them talking and squashing their issues. Because really and truly, regardless of what Zayn wants to deny, that he did not copy her or he wasn't really subtweeting her, he was. He definitely was. What I'm picking up is a female. I almost feel like it's like a female said something to him or like a female like informed him. I just see a female figure or feminine. No, I feel like they informed him that what was being said about him on Twitter at
but
first.
They didn't necessarily like big him up.
Yeah, like right. So I feel like it's like okay, like some shit was said about you, and I'm like, yo, Chris, like
you should get mad. You should get really mad.
And it's just like okay, I'm gonna put out these little subtweets, but at the end of the day, you're gonna play it sly, like you didn't really say anything because her name wasn't really put in it to say that you did say anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do feel like this whole situation is really going to blow over. When it comes to the young 14-year-old girl, I don't even think it's going to be anything. It's like whatever. But I feel like the whole situation in general between the both of them is going to be blowing over because I feel that in a weird way, like Zayn is kind of happy that something was said about him because like it goes back to bad publicity. It's still publicity.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
You know what I mean? You're still talking about him. Nope. And this kind of put him up a notch more than he was actually. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know a whole lot about Zayn Malik. I know he's known. If you think as far as I'm concerned, he's more known on a more international basis, more like
from One Direction.
From One Direction, right?
He went independent.
Yeah. So like, it's like he's still tiptoeing into really making a name for himself, so it's kind of like he's gonna piggyback or try to piggyback on that.
He's got to brand himself, and he's got like a pretty big challenge there because I think from what I also read, I don't think he left the other group really on
the best terms.
I don't think.
I don't know. I know nothing about One Direction. They're like totally out of my age bracket when it comes to music that I listen to. Yeah. I don't even know One Direction song.
No, I don't.
That's
I'm
mad
sure
crazy.
I've heard it, but like.
I don't.
You know, it's a tween group, but I thought I read something connected with him, yeah. Anyways, I don't know, but he has to brand himself. That's what he's gonna have to do.
Yeah.
He may or may not be successful doing that, but
right. So that's what I sense with the whole situation. I just feel like it's just gonna blow over. I just think that at the end of the day, at least Azealia is a very tough person. Very headstrong, and she knows how to steer things back to where it needs to be steered. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that don't underestimate her intelligence. That she's not
she's extremely intelligent.
Intelligent enough to know that her words have a rippling effect.
Which is funny because again, that world card coming up,
Yeah.
Is this part of some sort of really different campaign, like something sort of going on, because to get that world card doesn't come up for no reason.
It doesn't.
That is a significant completion card,
and it's a major arcana card.
Yeah, and a new beginning consequently as well, right? So, wow, really, really, really interesting.
So let's get into. I think right now what we need to focus on is, pretty much. I guess the next question would be, what will be going on between now and the next 2 weeks when it comes to her transitioning back to where this is, the world card is.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Right here. Page of Pentacles reverse. All right, let's get that in the camera there. There we go. Financial leveraging and having to do that kind of creatively. I think that, or the impression that I'm getting, is that maybe she's been spending a little bit more than coming in. Again, nor does anybody have any idea what other projects obviously, again, I'm going to say it again, world card, she's got something serious on the go here. But the Page of Pentacles reverse essentially states that could click anytime now. Like, that would be very, very welcome. And it would kind of make that leveraging of the finances, and I guess for production or whatever. You know, I know so little about the industry that I...
Yeah.
Like, on the insides of it, so all I know is that it costs money to make money. I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah, we talked about this, like, when it comes to, like, when you do readings on people and we see things, it's like, we don't understand the business, so we don't really know how to put it in words, but from what is seen, that's the best way to put it.
That's really the only thing that I can think of right now.
Yeah.
It's not like a financial doom card, but it does basically indicate that some money is going to have to be spent, and maybe moving that from one place to another could be... could be challenging.
Yeah, like what I sense is, you know, especially for seeing that card coming up, is obviously, like, you know, when it comes to the situation that's happened, the show cancellations and things, obviously, depending on how you live, you know what I mean? You're thinking, all right, well, I got X amount of shows that are booked and I can spend this because I know I'm going to make money doing da-da-da-da-da, and then the Tower card comes in, and it's like, oh shit, okay, well, how do I go back from that? So how is she gonna be able to bounce back from that obstacle coming in the way?
I don't honestly think it's gonna be that much of an issue with that world card. So let's see here. Oh, 8 of Swords.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Wow, a lot of cards that I wasn't expecting here, folks. So the 8 of Swords basically talks about the sensation of being, like, trapped, bound, unable to move. So given the appearance of the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position, I'm inclined to think that this, she might go through a period of wanting to throw the baby out with the bathwater, and because the funds to make this next step aren't available. But that would be a really serious overreaction, because bottom line, the Page of Pentacles in reverse ain't that serious.
Right.
It's really, really not. That, like, there's other, like, I have a whole bunch of cards I can think, like Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. That is a terrible finances card. You get that, you're talking bankruptcy, like, whatever, okay? Page of Pentacles reverse is just about how to move it, how to leverage it, and how to shuffle it around. But then the 8 of Swords, she might not see that.
Exactly,
She might think that it's a little bit more of a problem than it really is. But no, the Page of Pentacles in reverse just ain't that serious.
Okay.
So, last but not least, we have... See, look at that, the Ace of Swords. So,
victory for every situation.
Yep. And
there's always a victorious card that follows.
And also a great idea. You know, Eureka.
I'm going to do this.
Exactly. So that's why that 8 of Swords would be a serious overreaction to the situation, because not even worth the time required to freak out about it. Yeah,
like what I feel like, obviously, what I'm sensing and why that's coming up, because, of course, I feel like the Page of Pentacles, knowing that the Page is a messenger, obviously, this, like you said, it has to do with business. So the fact that the situation...
Oh, it's tax season, too.
Right.
So maybe the accountant has a little freak out, and then she's going to freak out, but nobody actually needs to freak out.
Like, so it's
Can everybody just stop freaking out?
Yeah, so I think, personally, what I'm sensing, and this is my interpretation, is, of course, it feels like a very minor, like, okay, what to do now? You know what I mean? So, I literally feel like this may have only lasted about 24 to 48 hours. It didn't even last long. Maybe 24 hours at best. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, okay, what to do now? But it's like, oh, okay, like you said, the Rika situation, and it bounces back. Because I do actually feel like there's some other opportunities that are going to come her way that she's actually going to be very surprised by. You know what I mean? That she really didn't think that
those are... that world card.
Yeah, the opportunity she didn't think that was going to come. So, what I am definitely sensing, I do see an interview coming up, and it's not an interview that she was really expecting that she would get, but it's definitely a really good, strong one where she's going to have the forum to really speak, see her side of the story.
So,
and
like mainstream media interviews.
Right. Like, for example, it could be CNN. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something on that, CNN did report on it.
That's right, actually, because the one on Facebook.
Yeah, like, it could be something like that. Like, I mean, on that scale. Or it could be Larry King. I just saw Larry King I don't know. It could be Larry King. Is Larry King on CNN?
No, he done retired. He retired.
But he does still interview. No, he still does interviews. I seen it. Yeah, I don't know. I think he does, but I just saw him. I don't know why. But like, maybe it's not. Maybe this is symbolism. But I do feel like it's like on a definitely major scale, and that's where the slate is going to clean, and also obviously go hand in hand with what's here. Yeah.
No, I think everybody, a lot of our most memorable artists have had little blow-ups over the years. Like, I am old enough, unfortunately, to remember when Madonna...
I knew you were going to say Madonna. I sensed that, yeah.
Because she, got up to... Now, controversy in the 80s was a lot different than controversy now in the 21st
gosh.
century.
You remember when she taught, like, especially like when Papa Don't Preach came out, and it was like, teen pregnancy? You're disgusting us? It was like such a situation.
Burn the witch.
Yeah.
No, the things that they freaked out about then versus now we can't even compare them. But
like nothing nowadays can make you fly out of your seat.
But Steven Tyler was another one who was really nasty to some people, and now he's like that nice old man that hangs out with autistic children and gives them free tickets to his shows, and like he's just
like I wish he was my dad.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? 180 from who he used to be. Mm-hmm. But that happens. That happens with age. People if we're not changing, we're dying. So.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what I see I see overall coincide with everything. So how things are looking right now, some people thought, I saw that hashtag, which like Twitter suspension party or whatever, everyone was in celebration and rejoicing over it. Sorry. You really didn't really bring that tower down. No, you really didn't help break her stride.
The second the last tweet posted, it was apparently already done.
Pretty much.
And that's the kind of fickle reality that we live in.
Right. So overall, let's just see. I guess what we will tap into is what we see coming up for her in general. So I guess I'll go first and then you go after, like what you see coming up for her in her career. I guess.
Excellent.
Okay. Yep. I don't know why I see this. I don't know if she has an acting background, but I definitely do see acting coming up for her, for sure. She's definitely gonna take... Actually, no, she does take drama, because I think I've seen that yearbook picture. But I definitely see acting that is coming up for her, for sure. I do feel... I get the sense... I got the number 6, so I don't know exactly if it's in 6 weeks... or if it's in 6 months, but the number 6 comes up for me. Could even be June. I do actually see an actual tour, like an Azealia Banks headlining tour that's going to be coming up. That's going to be good for her as well. Pretty much what I do see, like, of course, when it comes to social media, like, she will stress her opinions and things like that. I'm not going to say that she's not going to be a person that will be harsh with her opinions, but at the end of the day, she's going to know not to go around those corners again. Not necessarily because it feels bad for what she said, but she really realizes how much energy is not worth giving other people by saying the things that she says. I do see... God, there's a lot of press coming up for her soon. A lot of press is coming up for her soon. Also, I do definitely feel like... I don't know if it's like a documentary or an interview, but I do see something that is coming up where she gets a chance to really talk about her spirituality and really expose that side of herself. I know like there was an interview where she did talk about it, but I really see that there's something that's going to come up where she's going to really start showing her spiritual side.
What network would even do that?
I don't know. I would think it's more like, I would say... noisy or like Vice. I would say it's more novelty.
All Vice would love that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I do feel like...
I don't know if it's in the States, we have a network here too, Vision.
Vision?
The Vision, yeah, exactly, right? It's a very, very small network here in, here in Canada, but they also do, they cover a lot of spirituals, from like native spirituality to different alternative spirituality. They did a whole thing on Haitian voodoo. It was really cool. Whole sequence there, but
you need to tell me where this is so I can watch it.
Yeah, it's again, I think it's a small network, but I just like in terms of the major networks, that would be really interesting. I couldn't see them offhand doing something like that, but if it is Vice, I could totally see Vice doing that.
Yeah, I see it. I don't know who it's gonna be, but I definitely know it's gonna happen. That's what I'm seeing. I just seen that. Yeah. It's so weird, and if I'm wrong, I'll take it. I don't. I know she's suspended from Twitter, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be for that much longer. I know, because Twitter does suspend people for a long ass time, eh? Like you seen what happened with Rihanna and Instagram. You know how long she was suspended, but I don't think that she's. Because I feel like by the end of this year she's gonna be back on Twitter.
Or she'll just start a different account. There's different she can
but you know, really that's true. But I do see her back on Twitter like soon. Definitely, I see like back on Twitter soon. Lots of traveling, lots of interviewing, lots of talking. That's all I'm gonna say. But at the end of the day, even though it's gonna be surrounded by a negative situation, it's definitely for the positive. That's what I'm seeing there.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right. What was her Twitter handle?
Oh, it was just Azealia Banks, but her name was Bruja Black.
Bruja Black. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she could easily just put like Azealia_Banks.
Yeah, like but somebody tried to start another page, which they thought it was her, and they banned it.
They couldn't do it.
They banned that one too, but that was the person was an idiot because it was minutes after it was, you know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
All right. So sorry, what am I looking at again?
You're looking at what's to come for her. Let's say within the next 6 months. 6 months. Okay. Pretty much a conclusion to everything that's happened and what her future has in store.
Okay. 6 of Cups reversed. Not going to change. She will not make compromises. Mm-hmm. Which makes this world... I know, guys, I keep going back with the world card, but that's really significant, and it kind of shapes every other card that you would do, particularly in a context like this. So the 6 of Cups in reversed is about not compromising. So perhaps with all of the attention, might come some new offers from different established labels, and she will summarily tell them detailed instructions on where to go and how to get there. And no, she probably requested they use the entire fist as opposed to just
with lube up the rectum
if they're lucky.
Oh yeah,
if they're lucky. But, yeah, the 6 of Cups reversed is just that girl will not move, and again, that's part of what I really respect about her in that regard right there is that
stay true to who you are.
She to thy own self be true, right? Oracle of Delphi.
Yes.
And that's kind of how she's living, and she's going to stay there. So offers will come, she will tell them where to go. Let's see what happens next. Knight of Swords reversed. She wiles out on somebody.
Yeah.